Hi everybody, Rick Gilmore here, the good company to be in if you want to lead naturally and be who you are. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you about what is a vital and virtuous business life. Now many of you might agree, one of the great ancient Western classics is Homer's The Iliad. Now this is the one where Helen of Troy, Hector and Achilles, the iconic Trojan horse, they all come from that. And if you've seen the movie Troy, you might recall there's a scene in that movie where demigod warrior Achilles, played by Brad Pitt, is having a big Forrest Gump-like, "What's my destiny, mama?" moment of doubt. And sitting beside him is the wily Ulysses, who bolsters and reassures him, "You were born for this. You were born for this." Now, if you switch gears to the Eastern ancient classics, two epics from the heart of the Indian subcontinent are the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. And if you're aware of these, you'll likely know that both are a guide to what is ideal behaviour and the duties and standards we must live by. And at the heart of both these epics lies the question of, what is right action? What does that mean for you individually? What does that mean for you to be a member of society? And what is a life well lived? Including what is a well-lived work life. You see, for many of the ancient classics, doing virtuous, meaningful and purposeful work and being authentic were two sides of the same coin, and you can't have one without the other. You can't really be authentic and not be on purpose, and you can't really be on purpose and not be authentic. And now if you fast forward to not so long ago, think about Steve Jobs for a moment. And whatever you think about Steve Jobs, few would doubt the enormous amount of vitality and spirit and heart he poured into creating his exquisite products. Now on Song of the Ancient Classics, he's also famous, remember, once for saying, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do. The only way to do great work is to love what you do." So let's come into present time, if you will, and just take a quick snapshot of your current work environment. And if you care to, maybe ask yourself, is this really as good as it gets? Is this what I was born to do? You see, if you're anything like me, I guess that's probably not the first time you've asked yourself that question, nor likely to be the last. And guess what? I think we both know we're not alone in that, and that many others also ponder these type of questions. Now, would it be fair to say that, particularly in the wake of the GFC and the confusing and vexing times we now live in, many business leaders and executives and organisational development professionals are increasingly also beginning to ask and inspect what is a vital and virtuous business life. And many are seriously starting to question, how do we stay true to our purpose and our vision and our mission and our values? And how do you set goals and engage markets from that perspective? And as fads come and go and short-termism stays, how can you ensure your business wisdom and what you really care about and what you really value is protected from the inevitable revision and muddying of legacies? Now you see, in ancient India this wasn't such a big deal, because you may or may not be aware that at that time, for them, it was the job of the wise sage to keep the ruling classes and the monarchs and the wealthy controlling castes honest. And everybody understood it was their job to inspire visionary leaders to have faith in their purpose and expand their wise thinking, not just their clever thinking, and chart grander strategic horizon lines. In fact, I might suggest that if you think about historical figures like the great Indian Emperor Ashoka to contemporary visionaries like Nelson Mandela, you might begin to see they leave behind not just generational shifts, but enormous universal legacies that benefit everyone down through the ages. Now, if you're in Australia in the second half of October 2014, you would have witnessed an enormous outpouring of grief for the death of reformist Labor Prime Minister Gough Whitlam. And what matters about this is, whether you agreed with his politics or not, people from both sides of politics agreed it was a signpost of nostalgic yearning for a time when leaders had the guts to lead from the frontier and show fortitude and courage and conviction, and weren't afraid to repurpose our future and give us a vision of what's possible and call on us to act on it. Now, the other important thing about this is you and I no longer have to wait any longer wondering where all the leaders have gone. Because the best part of all this is, in this time and age, we all have a great opportunity in front of us right now to also face our fears and lead and show that sign of courage and take it on as a secular or a spiritual duty and live a vital and virtuous business life. Imagine what it'd be like if the 21st century is remembered for putting humanity back in business. Or imagine if work is remembered as an opportunity to grow and contribute and transform like never before. Or work can be remembered as an opportunity to impact the planet, society and ourselves in profound ways. And if you can imagine that, then what does that mean for your impact in the world? Yes, what does that mean for how much money you'll make this weekend? And yes, what does that mean for how many profits you'll make this year? And yes, what does that mean for how much wealth you'll create in this lifetime? And who will you become this weekend? And who will you become this year? And who will you become in this lifetime? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. So what are your thoughts on, do you intuit you were born for something greater? Or do you have anyone in your corner that's helping you chart a grander horizon line? And what might a vital and virtuous business life look like for you? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please be good company and send it on to some of your friends or colleagues. And if you're watching this on anything other than goodcompanycoaching.com.au, head over there and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And until we meet again, be who you're meant to become, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.